Hey guys, DSF, and I wanted to update my video on drip investing. The last video, the quality isn't the best, and I wanted to just, update it as I learned different things. So we'll go into this video as pretty much an update to that last one. Some of the information is going to be the same because it's still drip investing. But I'm going to have different resources on this video and a few websites that I like to use. So the first thing is DRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Plan. What is DRIP? Well, when a company pays a dividend to you for owning the shares, you have two options. One, you can take cash and deploy somewhere else or just keep cash, or you can buy shares in that company with the money that you get from the dividend. For instance, if you have 100 shares and shares are $40 each and your dividend was $40, you could buy a whole new share, so you have 101 moving forward. So it's a great compounding tool because every single time you get a dividend, you'll have more shares, which means the next time you'll get a dividend, it's like a raise, you'll have more money. And when a company raises its dividend, it's another raise that you'll get. So you're always getting raises. Plus, if you have a dividend growth company, you're getting annual raises or whenever they decide to raise the dividend. So the compounding, it's a great compounding tool. And like I said in the last video, the commissions are free, so for a small investor, it's a good way not to accumulate fees and just to accumulate shares. Now, I use ShareBuilder. It's a good brokerage firm that allows you to do drip free of charge, and when you sell your shares, it will sell all the partial shares for you. And this is a key factor that that I really like ShareBuilder, and it's a good brokerage account to do this with. Now, most of the time, when you buy a company, you're buying it. You should be buying it to be an owner, to be with the company for a while. So reinvesting shares makes sense because if you buy in something at a certain price and you think the company is going to do well, usually you have a sell price down the line, or you would want to reinvest with that company as it does well, as your thesis for buying it turns out. So that's one reason. Now, if you think that company gets overvalued and you don't want to sell that company, you can still just take the dividends as cash. That's another option. It's up to you the way you want to do that. And ShareBuilder allows you to turn it off and on at any time for that the DRIP reinvestment plan. So the examples that I'm going to give you show you exactly what happens when you just allow DRIP to do its magic. I'm going to go to a few websites, and you'll see that using DRIP, you'll have more shares moving forward, and you'll have higher returns over a certain amount of period. Now, the longer you DRIP, the wider that gap becomes with a company that is continually growing and raising its dividend. So we'll check out that next. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to show an example and a few websites that I use as resources. Dividendchannel.com is a good place. You can put your symbol in here, and I did McDonald's, and you can get the code. And over here, you can see the dividend history. Each time that you would get a quarterly payment, it gives you a chance to compound and get more shares using DRIP. And down here, I like this little performance tube, and you can put it against S&P 500. And the reason I like this is because the farther you go back, the more you can see how DRIP is able to widen the gap of returns through compounding. So we'll click this, and it's about 10K invested. It comes up here, and I'm not really worried about the S&P 500 versus McDonald's, even though McDonald's has crushed it. Up here is with dividends reinvested, and down here is without. Now there's a $5,000 gap. The ending investment is $45,000 without dividends reinvested, but with it, you're looking at 50 grand. That's 1.5% better using DRIP. And not to mention, moving forward, you have 499 shares, whereas if you don't reinvest, you're still staying at the starting shares of 372. So moving forward, the gap is just going to get bigger because you have more shares here. Now remember, if you have more shares and the stock were to go down, this without dividends reinvested could actually do better. Because overall, when you first started buying McDonald's at this price, $26.86, you've almost got your full money back. You got $19.79 a share. Whereas up here, everything's reinvested. So you're going to have a lot more shares, but everything that you've gotten back, that $19.79, is reinvested back into it. But that's where you find companies that are consistently, paying dividends, raising dividends, and create wealth. And one of the other resources I like to use is dripinvesting.org, and I'm going to put I'll put the link to it. And here you can see different books that can help you with different things about drip investing and more. This will give you more research, and I like some of the books on there. But this info and tools up here, Dave Fish updates this U.S. Dividend Champions, and he has some very good Seeking Alpha and this other blog or website. And if you download that spreadsheet, which I have already done, I think I've already done. Yeah, you'll download that spreadsheet for free, and up here it has champions, and it gives you all the dividend champions who've paid for over 25 plus years. Contenders, 10 to 24 straight years of higher dividends. And then you have challengers, 5 to 9 straight years. So like I said, this is an awesome tool, and it's all under dividendinvesting.org. You just go to tools and info. Go back to home, you got different articles about drip. All this stuff is just resources, guys, that I'm sharing here that I use. And also, you can use fastgraphs.com. So everybody, I hope you like those examples and the different websites that I use. And I'll put all the 3 websites below in a link. And guys, yeah, use drip and turn it off and on depending on how your investment expertise. But if you're a dividend investor like myself, drip is a great way to compound money without using too much time, and it's an easy way to, when you find a company that you just want to stay with, use the drip, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope this video helps a lot of people. Take it easy.